relax your shoulders, shift your weight backwards and forwards, and start to think about kind of grounding yourself and finding your body, thinking about what your body needs today, how it feels. Let the weight sink into the feet, relax your shoulders, take a few breaths. So you do nice, slow, mindful movement. Soften the knees, tuck your chin in, and start to roll down through the spine. To start with, just think about where your tension is. Don't worry about how far you go. And push into the feet, pull the tailbone down to roll back up. So you're just trying to see how your body feels this morning. If you feel a tight bit, you can roll in and out of that a little bit more. Nice, slow, easy breath. Remembering to tighten your core, push into your feet, use your glutes, think about your movement. So the lower you go, the more you need to think about engaging through the core. Now this time when we come down, we're going to stay at the bottom, tighten through your core and walk out into a plank. Tightening around the shoulder blades, squeezing the glutes, and then pushing backwards, all the way back. Remembering you can bend your knees if you want to, and rolling back up. So really take your time. Keeping the knees soft, keeping your mind in your body. Taking your time, just going to do a couple more of those. Keeping the chin tucked in as you roll, moving through the spine. rolling your shoulders. And then turning or stepping so that the mat is now behind you. Take a breath in. Lift the arms up, lengthen and look to your fingers. Take the arms wide, tighten your core and tip forward. Coming down to the floor, let your head hang. Bend your knees if you want to. Let go of the tension in your back. Bend the knees, put the fingertips on the floor, draw your shoulder blades together, look forward. Drop the hands down, step back as far as you can. And then the same with the other leg, tighten around your shoulder blades. Drop your knees down, relax your feet and slowly roll through your body down to the floor. From here, tuck the toes under, push back onto the knees, and then lift up through the hips into downward dog. Spread the fingers, let go of the heart, let go of the shoulders and the head. Allow everything to sink towards the floor, chest towards knees, lifting the sitting bones. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, bring one foot between the hands and then the other, forehead to the knees, onto the fingertips, shoulder blades joined together, look forward. Relax down, tighten the core, lift up, all the way. Look at the hands and stand tall. So we're going to do that a couple more times. Really reach through the body, stretch, wake the body up. Arms wide, lengthen through the body, push into your feet. Take the arms wide, keep the tension through the core. Drop towards the floor. Let the head hang, let go of your neck. Breathe. Bend the knees, come up onto the fingertips, draw your shoulder blades together. Drop the hands, step back as far as you can. Bring the other leg back. Come down into a plank position. Drop your knees, relax your feet, roll your body towards the floor. Tuck the toes under, push onto the knees, lift your hips and pull back into downward dog. Stay here and breathe. Lift the heels, shift the weight forward, dropping the knees so you're hovering above the ground. Tighten your core, you're going to step forward, so push into the hands, bring one foot between the hands, and then bring the other foot in. Relax the head, lift the sitting bones. Come onto the fingertips, draw your shoulder blades together. Palms down, relax the head, tighten the core, lift the arms, lengthen to lift. Stretch up towards the ceiling and relax the arms down. We have one more of those. As you get used to the movements, make your movements bigger. Reach up. Arms wide, fold forward, hands down, relax the weight of the head. Onto the fingertips, draw the shoulder blades together, drop your bottom down. Come up again, hands on the floor. Now bend the knees, step back, and down into that plank position. Drop the knees, relax the feet, roll the body towards the floor. Tuck the toes under, push up onto the knees, lift the hips into downward dog. Stay here. And breathe. From here we're going to lift one leg, sweep it up towards the ceiling, stretching that leg as high as you can. Breathe in and taking care to keep the weight through both hands and one leg, drawing up, opening through that hip as much as you can. And then bringing that leg down and centering your weight again. Take the other leg up, lengthen up, push down into the foot. Drawing up towards the ceiling, really opening through that hip. And bringing that leg down. From there, dropping into the hover. And back up into downward dog. We're going to tighten through the core. And we're going to bring one arm across to tap to the other foot. So try not to shift your weight when you do this. Try to tap, tap. So you're not shifting side to side. So we're keeping the weight in both feet and the hands. This makes your core muscles work harder. See if we can do 2 more each side. And we're going to drop down onto the hover. Tighten through your core, tighten around your shoulder blades. And then come down onto the knees. From here, sink the weight into both knees and hands. And draw up through the spine. And then relax down towards the floor. Focus on the areas that are tight. So maybe opening through the chest more. Pulling up through the back. Working through the spine wherever you can feel restrictions. from there, we're going to lock ourselves into good posture. So we've released off through the spine. See if you can draw your shoulder blades together and lengthen your spine. We're going to tighten through the core and extend opposite arm and leg, keeping them on the floor to start with. As you feel that you can, see if you can lift the arm up. You can lift the leg, lift the leg. You want to try and stay nice and level, so your hips are level facing the floor. You're not tipping at any point. So tighten the core, draw around the shoulder blades. Lengthen your arm and leg. Feel that you are really lengthening through the body. Stretching out. Tighten the core, pulling shoulder blades down. Have one more on each side. Long, strong through the body. And then from there, we're going to take the left hand, place it on the floor underneath the chest, and we're going to keep the arms still, but we're going to rotate through the upper back. So your hips should stay still. Doesn't matter how far you go. Think of rotating through the spine. And then let's try a few with the right hand down. So we're twisting. Thinking about that movement through the spine. And now the other side, we're coming back to that left hand in front. So we're going to turn through the spine, and then we're going to try and reach a bit more and bend the other arm to see if we can come down towards the floor to get a really nice stretch. So be kind to yourself, you don't have to come all the way down. You could take a few goes at getting there, that's fine. So you might come a little way and push back up. You can come down onto the floor. See if you can let your weight of your shoulder and your head sink into the floor. See if you can rest there. Letting go of the tension. See if you can find space between your shoulder and your ear. And then push with the right hand and come back up. Let's see if we can do that on the other side. So you reach through, you reach a bit further, you let the arm bend, and you see if you can come down towards the floor. If you do come down, remember we're trying to keep the shoulder away from the ear a little bit, not be all hunched up. Breathe into the stretch. And then push up back to centre. We're going to do that one more time each side. Really allowing the weight to create the stretch. So as you sink your shoulder and your weight into your shoulder, try and keep your hips level. Feel that lovely rotation through the spine. And then push with the right hand and come back up. And take it through to the other side. And again, shoulder away from the ear. Weight dropping into the floor. Feeling that lovely rotation. And pushing back to the centre. From there, bringing your legs in foot front. And then extending out. So sit nice and tall. Try and pull your sitting bones away. Lengthen up. Take a few breaths here. If you want something under your knees, that's fine. If you're not comfortable sitting up, or sit on under the hips, it's fine as well. From here, we're just going to rotate round. Try and think of rotating not at your rib cage, but up high. And try and turn your chest towards the side. Now, as you rotate, start to become aware of what your hips are doing. As you twist, keep the weight equal in both sitting bones. Try and focus on sitting very upright. Stretch one arm behind, stretch one arm in front. See if you can turn your head to look behind you. Draw it back to the centre. As you turn the other way, stretch the arms out. Turning from one to the other, feeling that rotation go from the chest area all the way up through the neck, pushing into both sitting bones. Start to push your heels away, strengthen the legs. And as you practice this, it should become easier. See if you can lift the arms. Pulling the feet back now. Lifting your heart.
That makes it older.
Shoulder blades down. And then come back to the centre. We're going to take the hands to the heart. So we're going to do very similar. We're going to try and rotate, but we're going to try and come forward. So first of all, we're going to try and do it without the arms. We'll add them in later. So we're going to try and turn the body, reach the arms out. So you're trying to reach out and twist your body to one side as you fold forward. So remember, we're prepping for a bigger movement. So Every part of this is important. Just think about, can you rotate? Can you fold forward? Arms are just to help you. Now see if you can bring the bottom elbow down over your leg or on your leg. So remember, it's not competition, just think about how that feels. And reach the other arm out. Try to lengthen through your spine, draw your shoulder down and breathe. Let the head hang. Bring that hand back in and back up. So the arm behind as you rotate comes in and down. The top arm reaches out and we try and relax through the spine. And again to the other side. And we're going to come forward, trying to allow your abdomen to sink down rather than just your head. Tucking the chin in, supporting with the elbows or arms if you want to. So trying to find a position here that's comfortable. You can support yourself if you want to. We're going to push into the sitting bones. So we're going to keep repeating this. Walking back, uncurling. The head up last. Tipping forward. Pushing into the sitting bones, uncurling backwards. So working on gently getting closer to the legs, no pressure. No ego, just see where you go. So just one more. And sit comfortably. And just take a quiet moment to feel your breath. Breathing into your heart. Breathing wide into the armpits. Breathing into your back. And slow, easy breath, not forcing it. Breathing low into your sides. Breathing into the lower chest. And right down into your abdomen. And then just lovely, joyous breath. Bringing life into your body. Being thankful for the new day and looking forward to a lovely day.